an ending that fails to capitalize on its incredible build-up. It's a movie about love, yearning, adventure, wonder, mysticism, and epic mythology woven together by a man who either can't or won't understand any of those things.
Hi everybody, welcome back.
Or welcome if you're new.
I'm Brutus.
And I'm Vaela.
So, Miss Vaela, what are we reacting to today?
So we've originally done the first part of the Critical Drinker opinion about the new movie. What's it called? The Odyssey or
Audacity. No, I can't say it, but yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'm sure the viewers know by now. We cannot speak properly.
Yes.
No, this is the second one, A Disastrous Triumph. So this is like basically part 2 of it. So yeah, that's what I had chosen for us today.
Awesome. If you guys enjoy the content, leave a like, leave a subscribe, leave a comment, and yeah. Okay, you ready?
No.
Why?
You forgot. We already agreed to introduce your new character.
Oh, okay, that explains a lot, because I was like, what's this woman talking about? But this is my new character. This is Brutus 2.0. Unfortunately, I don't do a lot of names, so this is Brutus 2.0. I got a lot of cool new features. I got angry, blushing when she shows me her thighs. I got no headphones, and I think, where's my favorite one? No. Hold on, let me just find my favorite one.
And that's tears.
I can stick my tongue out to you guys.
Yeah, that. Now he has tears and he's got his tongue out. How?
Is that gonna?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is my new character. And yeah, introduce your character.
They've seen it in the gaming, but yeah, I've had this character for a while. But I thought, to use it more because it's a lot more fun.
Yes.
She has a lot more stuff to work with, and also a lot of more movement. So
Many more. And she's cute. Yes.
yeah, and she's got cat ears.
Yes!
You wanted me to keep the cat ears, so
Yes. I did. Okay. So you ready? Awesome. Okay, let me switch over. There we go. Okay, we should be live. Live. Wow. Yeah, we should be live, eh?
Yeah, we're streaming, eh?
Okay, so this is all working still fine. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Well, we're waiting.
Well, this one's been a long time coming. Several days longer than I expected, if I'm honest. Mostly because of the fine people at American Airlines.
Look at the eyes. What is going on with Frodo's eyes? One's running one direction, other one's running another direction.
It's the parody. Have you seen the parody?
No, I haven't.
I haven't either. I've only seen like small clips of it, so
Yeah.
maybe we should react to that at some point.
We should. Okay, we do have part 1 in the description if you want to watch it. And yeah, let's do part 2.
Who managed to cancel my flights not once but 2 days in a row, forcing me to embark on my own personal odyssey just to get home.
Odyssey, there's the thing's name, Odyssey.
Odyssey, that's it.
Yes.
It wasn't all bad though. All that enforced leisure time did at least give me a chance to catch up on the movie itself, and so here we find ourselves. If there's one thing I never had on my bingo card for this year, it's that the most contentious, bitterly controversial and divisive movie of 2026 would be made by Christopher Nolan of all people.
I've watched a few of Christopher Nolan's movies. They are pretty good. I went to go watch Odyssey in the cinemas. I was not a fan. It was stupid. It was
So
really...
you ended up giving them money anyway. Dumbass.
We don't talk about it. You can see the problem is you can see a feminist wrote this because they used the feminist version of the Odyssey. Because I can't remember her name. She wrote it, and they used that, and it was stupid. It really was stupid.
Depending on who you talk to, the Odyssey is either a disgusting cinematic abomination that completely subverts and disrespects Homer's original work.
Who's talking in the background?
Sorry, my headphones are picking up the mic is picking up my headphones. the headphones are so loud.
Yes.
Okay, that should be better.
Okay, gonna play.
Work while shamelessly pandering to the mythical modern audience, or an undisputed masterpiece of film, the crowning achievement of Nolan's career, and a strong candidate for the greatest thing the human race
it's a
has ever
vampire.
achieved. Fucking calm down, love. But no matter which side of the divide you come down on, half the movie-going world is gonna despise you until the end of time itself.
Welcome to America.
Here's the thing though, dear viewer, real life is a bit more complicated and nuanced than that, and as it turns out, so is the Odyssey. And now that I've had a chance to experience Christopher Nolan's wannabe magnum opus for myself, what is my verdict?
Okay.
Meh. I know that sounds
What nah. It's not worth it. Just nah.
I haven't watched it, so I can't comment too much, but I am not going to even try and watch it. I don't need my brain fried by this
no,
crap.
No. Yeah, it was boring. I'm gonna be honest with you. For 3 hours long, I fell asleep halfway through. And then I woke up like close to the end of the movie and I was like, okay. I think there
So
was
you
like
wasted money for nothing.
pretty much. There was one cool part, I'm not gonna lie, where it's not Odysseus. I think his name's Odysseus. Where he takes the bow and it's like the sound thing is playing ding 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 ding, and he takes the bow and he pulls it and goes ding. I think that was actually cool. I'm not gonna lie, that was cool. But
I
after
have no
that,
idea what you're speaking about, but
hold on,
sounds awesome.
hold on. Let me see if I can find that thing and we can quickly put it up.
No, we can watch it after, rather.
Okay, not a problem.
Sounds like a bit of a weird reaction considering all the hype around this film, but it's the word that best sums up my feelings by the time the credits rolled. I just didn't feel much of anything. For all the controversies and culture warfare swirling around it, the Odyssey was pretty much exactly what I expected from a late-stage Christopher Nolan film. Technically impressive and commendably ambitious, visually dour and bleak, emotionally sterile and weirdly lacking in pace, urgency or satisfying payoffs, populated by cold, distant characters that give nothing away and invite no empathy from the audience, dialogue that's jarringly clunky and on the nose, often delivered by talented but miscast actors, and
So the thing that really caught me is they shot this whole entire movie
Mhm.
and they didn't use one Greek actor,
Typical.
which is weird because the Odyssey is a Greek story.
Yeah, but they've done this before. I mean, look at what they did with those other ones where they turned the queen into a different race. They did it with the Egyptians.
I think wasn't it Queen Elizabeth or something?
Yeah, I think so.
She was black, and I'm like, I can't remember her being black. I literally
No, they
can't
did
remember
it
that.
in so many movies that's one reason why I hate watching movies nowadays.
Yeah.
If I have to watch a movie, I'll watch the old movies.
If you really want to watch a good movie, and we'll leave it in the description, see if anybody wants us to try it out. Troy. Troy was good. It really, if I say in my top 10 movies, it's Troy.
The
Troy,
Backrooms that we watched was also pretty good.
yes, Troy, Backrooms, Gladiator. I'm gonna be honest, I fell in love with Obsession. I really did. It was really well done. Don't hurt me. What
Yeah,
is-
it freaked the shit out of you.
It did. It made my skin crawl. And there was another one, the first Paranormal Activity. Remember the first one?
Yes.
Oh, that was incredible. Then it is Princess Mononoke, which I fell in love with, the moving castle, and the first transporter. Behind Enemy Lines. That was a fun movie.
I think
And
that's
then
more than 10.
no, I'm at number 9 now.
Oh, okay.
So this
I
is number
wasn't
10.
counting.
I was on my fingers. And then
Ah.
number
So,
10.
hey, at least you know how I count.
Ah, yeah. You know, I'm just gonna keep quiet because I'm trying.
Good job.
Just go away. I think number 10. What was it? It was a movie me and you watched together. Lord of the Rings. I'm just
Mm,
gonna put this trilogy as one big movie.
yeah.
Wanna play?
Yeah.
Ultimately,
But before we start, I just
Mhm.
want to say most of those movies I have not watched because I'm not a big movie fan.
Well, guess what? We are going to have a whole list, and we are gonna watch it. Good
Oh
luck.
dear.
Yes, yes, we are going to watch it. We'll first do the Ghibli movies, and then we'll switch over to the other ones. Gonna play? Yeah.
Okay, let's just watch it.
Hey, you're gonna love the Ghibli movies. They are very well done.
I don't doubt it. It's just for me, I struggle with watching movies.
an ending that fails to capitalize on its incredible build-up. It's a movie about love, yearning, adventure, wonder, mysticism, and epic mythology woven together by a man who either can't or won't understand any of those things. The Odyssey picks up about 20 years after the fall of Troy and the end of the Trojan Wars. Matt Damon's living on a beach with Charlize Theron with no memory of how he got there, while Zendaya stares at him every once in a while to display her incredible acting range. Go on, love, show us what you can do.
Oh,
Anyway,
Terminator.
this setup acts as a frame
Feeling he doesn't like Zendaya that much.
Okay, she doesn't have a lot of acting skills. She has like 3 emotions.
Yeah, I mean, she plays roles quite well, but she isn't very.
Talented.
I wouldn't say talented. I would say more like expressive. Like she's always just showing the same face. Like if you had to take all her movies and put it into one, people would think it's just one movie.
True. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. She's cute. She is cute. Not gonna lie.
Mm,
But cuteness can only get you that far.
yeah.
You should become actor.
No, I can't act. I don't know if I can act, but being in front of people will freak me out. So no.
Damn. Okay, yeah. Makes sense. You wanna play?
Yeah. It's not playing for me.
acts as a framing device
So play now.
Yes.
for the rest of the narrative that gradually gets filled in the form of flashbacks. The first of which is the Siege of Troy, where Matt Damon uses the Trojan horse to get him and his men inside so they can open the gates and end the 10-year-long siege. Yep, it took him 10 years to come up with that fucking idea. Anyway, with
10
the war
years.
successfully over,
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, his armor is cool. It
Mm.
is.
The props and that stuff they look amazing.
They do.
everyone's like, guess we'll go home then. His second in command is like, shall we take the quickest, easiest, and most logical route, sir? But Matt Damon's like, nah, it'll be fine. So instead they head south and end up trapped in a cave with a giant cyclops that eats a few of them. Then they escape, but Matt Damon just can't resist shooting it with his bow, which incurs the wrath of Poseidon, who blows them to another island altogether, where they run into a bunch of medieval space marines who promptly kill the shit out of them. It's at this point that the survivors decide they've had pretty much enough of Matt Damon's shit, and they head off to find a lovely woman named Cersei who turns them into pigs because she hates men or
remember
something.
this.
But then Matt Damon shows up and persuades her to turn them back into humans, and decides he should probably get some advice on how to get home quickly because, you know, this whole journey is starting to drag on a bit now. So him and his bros literally go to hell itself and get berated by the spirit of Elliot Page for a while, then land on another island where they're told not to eat any of the cat cattle there or they'll all be cursed to death. So they eat the cattle, and wouldn't you know it, their ship gets destroyed in a storm, and Matt Damon washes up on a beach with Charlize Theron, who keeps him drugged and ignorant for the next 7 years. But
Damn.
eventually he decides he ought to get back to his wife Anne Hathaway because it's been like 20 years now, and she's probably wondering where he got to. I mean, like, no offense to Anne Hathaway or anything, but if I had a choice between her and an immortal Charlize Theron, well, I know which one I'd be choosing.
Yep, I'm not gonna disagree. Yep, yep. Okay, she looks so much better. She really does.
I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna nod and carry on.
Anyway, so he makes a raft out of bits of leftover ship that washed up with him and just kind of says, fuck it, let's see where I end up. And wouldn't you know it, he ends up right back at Ithaca, the very place he's been trying to get to this whole time. That was lucky. Now,
It
while all
was.
this has been going on, Anne Hathaway's been fending off potential suitors who all want to marry her so they can become the next king of Ithaca, and as you can imagine, they're getting a bit impatient after 2 decades of being dicked around. Anyway, can Anne Hathaway hold out until Matt Damon rescues himself for the first time in cinema history, or will Ithaca fall to chaos and bloodsheds? You know, when I see the frankly ludicrous amount of praise that's been heaped on this movie over the past week, it kinda reminds me of the borderline hysteria around Black Panther a few years ago, except with pretentious wannabe intellectuals terrified of getting lumped in with the unwashed plebs if they dare to criticize Nolan's masterpiece, or just partisan culture warriors willing to say and do basically anything to own the chuds. The movie's been dogged by controversy ever since the initial casting was announced, so I guess we might as well start by addressing the 3 elephants in the room. Yes, Elliot Page, Lupita Nyong'o, and Zendaya are all in this movie. Yes, Elliot Page looks just as ridiculous as you might imagine trying to run in a heavy
Elliot Page is so tiny.
Because she was a woman originally.
Yes, she's like he's like 5'4" or something. He's not even cuddle size. She's just tiny. If you put him on top of the fridge, he can't get down. That's how small he is.
The thing is that even though he does boxing and that, unfortunately, all it takes is a biological male to swing a punch and he'll go down. Because
100%.
biologically, he is a woman.
Yes. Do you know what catches me? When he was a woman, he was actually very cute. I'm not gonna lie, he was very cute. And then he turned into a man, and 2 years later, he looked like he went through hell.
Yeah.
Quickly figure out a man's life is not easy.
I think in general, life is not easy.
True. Yeah, Black?
Yeah.
suit of armor. No, they don't have more than a couple of minutes of screen time each, and they're largely irrelevant to the story, and Zendaya doesn't even act so much as exists on screen. And yeah, I know it's the principle of the thing for a lot of people, and if you're really bothered by stuff like that, it's kind of like me saying I only spat in your food a little bit, so why aren't you eating it? The point I'm getting at here is that as much as these three dominated the headlines around this movie, they really don't have much of an impact on the film itself, and they had no impact on my perception of it. They come and go so quickly you barely even notice them. Well,
yeah, they made this big thing of like, yeah, they're gonna be this prominent actors. I think Zendaya was maybe 10 minutes. I'm not gonna lie, maybe 20 minutes. It was like the longest. And then Elliot was there for not even 2 minutes. It was like a blink moment and whoop, they're gone. And then the chick that played Helen Troy, same thing. It was like a backstory, like a few minutes, and she was gone.
Yeah.
The movie was just boring.
we're talking about casting though.
Pause. What happened? Did you break it?
I'm laughing at you.
Why?
The movie was just boring.
It was just boring. It was. I think they just rage baited everybody. It sucked.
I have no comment because I haven't watched it, but I trust in what you're saying.
You see, she's only there to look cute. That's why she's the next video we'll do. She'll have more commentary. Now she's just there to look cute. Yes.
Ooh, jump in a lake.
Nah, not in the mood. Okay, can we play?
I want to hit you so bad.
I know. And you can see the big smile on my face.
Oh, you're making me get dizzy.
I'm sorry. Okay, I'll play.
Talking about casting though, probably the funniest bit for me was John Leguizamo as a blind old servant of Odysseus who's been given a shitty white wig to try to make him look older and basically nothing else. I mean, couldn't you have just hired an actual old man? Are you really telling me that John Leguizamo was so fucking good that nobody else could play this role? Whatever. Ultimately, you'll either accept stuff like this or you just won't watch the movie in the first place. For me though, the bigger issue with the Odyssey is the creative philosophy behind it, and I might as well just come out and say it here. I was pretty fucking bored with this movie. Not because of the source material, not because of the labyrinthine adventure, and not because of the runtime, but because it just refuses to let me in. Nolan's slavish devotion to rendering everything into a grounded, believable tone robs the Odyssey of the very things that make it so compelling. Its mythology and its sense of wonder.
You know, instead of making this into a movie, they could have made this into like a series and cast actual Greeks and you know
I'm not gonna
they
disagree
could
with you.
they could have done a lot more with it, and I think they just crammed it all into like 1 or 2 hours and said, "Yep, that's good. There you go."
The movie was 3 hours long. Yes, it was 3
Okay.
hours long. That's why I said I fell asleep like halfway through. I fell asleep.
Yeah.
It was boring.
Okay.
Yeah, no, they could have made it a series and just left it there. Just pop it into Netflix. Literally nobody would have backed the eye. It's just
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they made such a big thing about it, and they like, I don't know. To me, I think everything about it was just blown out of proportion,
it was.
and it just came out as something people will watch and get bored, and people that want to criticize it will criticize it.
Yeah.
I think it was just a waste of energy.
True. Wanna play?
Yeah.
And its sense of wonder. It's like looking at some beautiful sculpture rendered into a mathematical formula. You can sense the work and precision that went into it, but it doesn't really stir anything in you. There wasn't a single character in this movie that I could ever truly empathize with and root for, because none of them talk or act anything like real human beings. Damn man, even the fucking gods are boring. I mean really, Zendaya's the only one who takes physical form, and even then she acts more like Odysseus' conscience than an active part of the narrative. Odysseus himself is written as this weirdly cold, distant, aloof figure who barely reacts to the things he sees and experiences. His decisions imply that he's got a strong sense of adventure, recklessness, and curiosity about the world, but his emotions and dialogue are the exact opposite. He's like an android journeying home with no particular sense of urgency or investment, simply because he's programmed to do it. Where's the loving husband and father desperate to see his family again? Where's
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. Agamemnon, the guy in the black armor, he
Mhm.
looked awesome.
Yeah.
He really Troy's Agamemnon. He looked old, fat, like it's like, This one looked like, hey, do not screw with me. I'm gonna cut your head off.
Mm.
And he was actually like, wow. I'm not gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest with you, wow.
Honestly, I think a lot of directors and authors and such forget that one thing that makes a character so lovable is when they are relatable.
Yeah.
And when they aren't, you don't form a connection with the character, and you're like, yeah, so what if they die? What is the point of that?
True.
So I think if they actually made the characters more, as Critical Drinker said, more human, and have more like responses that are human-like, I think a lot more people would have actually liked it a little bit more than what it currently is.
True. True.
The absent king, eager to retake the throne and lead his kingdom again. Where's the bold and witty adventurer, the compassionate leader of men? By the time the finale rolled around, I didn't particularly care whether he made it home because he doesn't seem to care much either. The movie seems to be portraying him as a vaguely traumatized war veteran haunted by his actions at Troy and his guilt over the sacking of the city, which I get the impression wasn't really part of Homer's original story. And his various trials and setbacks are framed more as a well-deserved punishment for what he sees as his betrayal of his principles, which is nice and all, but it also robs him of agency because he's no longer striving towards the goal of getting home, but instead just kind of waiting for the next horrible thing to happen to him. His reunion with his son, his wife, and his vengeance against the suitors should be this triumphant, cathartic release of emotions that have been building through the whole movie, but it all comes across as flat, procedural, and obligatory. Just a brutal fight in semi-darkness where you can barely even...
So there was another one called Odysseus. No,
That's this movie.
no, there was another one made where the actor. So they did the whole thing with the bow and all that stuff, and the guy that played that Odysseus was so much better. He
Yeah.
really was. Because in this one, Odysseus came back, he killed a few people, he collapsed in his wife's arms. There was like no emotion.
Mhm.
But in that one, he stringed the bow, he shot the arrows, and then he executed everybody in the room except his wife. And it was just this big emotional dump because it's 20 years away from your family, which was incredible.
Yeah. Well, I think it's not just the actor's fault, it's also the director's fault because they tell the actors what to do.
True, true. You play?
Hmm.
tell what's going on. Shit, man, even watching an old dog finally dying after being reunited with his beloved master for the first time in years, which should be an emotional slam dunk, doesn't really hit because the character himself barely even acknowledges it. The only actor who really seems to be going for it is Robert Pattinson, who plays every trick in the book to make his antagonist as much of an obnoxious, cowardly asshole as possible. It works. You really do hate the guy, but if the only character in your movie that inspires any kind of emotion is your antagonist, well, you've got problems. Another problem here
His
is the
Batman was
dialogue,
pretty
not
good.
just the jarring use of
I
American
haven't watched
accents
it.
and modern slang, swear words and terminology, but how fucking on the nose and clumsy it is.
10 years on this fucking beach. Let's go home.
Come on, Chris, you're fucking
Oh,
better
wow.
than this,
Yeah.
man. On the technical side of things, I'll at least give Nolan props for using practical effects as much as possible and shooting in real locations. That kind of shit really is a vanishing art, and it's nice to see that level of dedication and commitment in
it was
modern
okay.
Hollywoods. I mean, I'm not entirely sure where he did his location shooting, but it doesn't look or feel anything like the Eastern Mediterranean, where it's meant to be set. With the washed out colours, overcast grey skies, and bleak windswept hillsides, it looks more like Scotland in November. And I guess that really sums up the overall tone of this film. Bleak, dull, muted, and relentlessly dour. An adventure without spirit. A hero's journey without a hero. An epic saga without any sense of scale and grandeur. A clinical, precise, finely engineered movie made by a man of great technical skill and intellectual power, who can process and study every line of the source material, but who seems to lack the romantic soul and the wonder and the sheer humanity to bring it all to life. For me, The Odyssey was an impressive, thought-provoking movie with an incredible cast, made by one of the most successful directors of his age, and it'll probably go on to rake in a lot of money and awards just like we all knew it would. But ultimately, it's a movie I'll probably never watch or even think about again. And that really is the most damning indictment of all. Anyway, that's all I've got for today. Go away. Go away.
Well,
Go away now.
well, I think the way he explained it makes sense because even though I haven't watched it, I can already tell just from these shots how bleak it is.
Yeah. It's like the Avatar movies. It's like they did these big, beautiful movies. Just
Mm.
they don't leave an impact. They literally don't leave an impact. They made billions, awesome, but just you just don't remember it again. It's like, okay, the movie was there. It was okay. It was not.
That's basically how most movies today feel.
That is actually true. I'm gonna skip us back. There we go.
Because they mainly. So, one thing I've realized, especially about newer directors and screenwriters and all of that,
Yes.
they push their ideas into movies. And if your ideas don't match theirs, well, too bad. It's their movie. They call what they want, even if it's not realistic.
Yeah.
And if it's like fantasy and that, sure, go ahead, do it, whatever. But still abide to what is known, the laws of what that realm is.
Yeah.
Like you can't have people say, look, like if The Hobbit was great because it kept to the laws of what that realm is.
Yeah.
They didn't change things. They didn't make anything like about what the real world was. They didn't put politics like what we have now into movies back then. It was just purely fiction and entertainment, and now it's just pushing ideas onto others.
That's I'm gonna be honest with that. That's what annoys me. That's why I enjoyed the Backrooms and Obsession because it was none
Mm,
of that. It really
mm,
wasn't. It was here's the movie, here's the idea, let's have some fun with it.
yeah.
But yeah, okay. This was actually pretty cool. It's been a while since we've done format like this. If you guys sticked all the way here, thank you so much. And yeah, this is my new model. This is Vaela's adorable model. And yeah, do you want anything you want to say?
Yes, thank you so much for all the support and all the comments that we've been getting. Every subscribe and every like and comment has really, and I know I've mentioned it in a post, but it really means the world to us, and it just helps us carry on with what we're doing because this has been
Yes.
so much fun, and
Yes.
doing it with you all has been so much fun.
Oh, 100%. And one more thing, we are almost 2,000 followers or subscribers. Let's see if we can hit that goal. And yeah, thank you so much, everybody. Until next time, bye.
Bye.